Hello and welcome to 2024, my year in agility. Now, 2024 was the most unreal and dramatic year of my life to date, and you're about to hear all about it. First of all, Arrow and I were selected to represent Team GB at EO, which was going to be held here in the UK later in the year. Now, this has always been a huge goal of mine, to get on adult Team GB, not necessarily with Arrow, just with a dog in general during my career, and we did it in Arrow's first proper competitive year, trying to make the team, which was amazing, and I'm so proud of him. Here we are, earning our place on the team at the second tryout day in February. And here we are actually competing at EO later in the year in July, and this was honestly an unreal experience. Lots of nerves, lots of pressure, but it was great. I absolutely loved it, and we ran as part of the development team, so the main objective for us was to just gain experience for future years, and I feel like we did just that.
Yeah.
Then March rolls around and it's obviously time for Crufts, so we won the YKC Jumping Cup semi-final, which was absolutely insane. Arrow was flying, he really does love the Crufts environment, so here he is winning that semi-final in the YKC ring.
Summer has represented the YKC Agility Team GB 2017 to 2019 in Luxembourg, Holland and Switzerland with her now retired terrier. Arrow flying round here.
This win qualified us to run in the YKC Jumping Cup final, which was in the main arena, and this was our first ever time running in the main arena. Yes, we had a pole, but we did have the fastest time, and I'm just so proud of how he coped in the main arena. I really wasn't sure how he'd be, because obviously he was a nervous dog when he was younger, but he absolutely thrived, as you can see.
And just clip that pole, that'll be 5 faults. That's a shame, because this is probably the quickest we have seen so far by some distance. Arrow right hitting the target despite those 5 faults within 30 seconds. That's good.
Yeah, very quick. Just misjudged the jump there, but they're plastic poles, so no injury done to dog or jump.
Then it was on to the main event, so we won the YKC Agility Dog of the Year semi-final in the YKC ring, which also qualified us to run in the final in the main arena.
For Team GB, Junior Team GB. But that dog got beautifully there. This is such a nice run so far. Don't want to jinx it though. This pair have been doing very well this year on the agility circuit. So we're coming into the home straight now, into our last front cross. Let's cheer over the last two beautiful.
And here we are, we won the grand final in the main arena. I still cannot get over this experience. It was truly magical, and I could not have asked any more from Arrow or myself, to be honest. We just thrived there on the green carpet, and it was honestly the most memorable experience of my entire life to date, and I will absolutely relish in that memory for the rest of time.
Excellent. Faultless 20 seconds. Tunnel, no problem at all. Royal Cannon flying over that. Up and down on the A-frame. Good contact at the end too. Spinning round for a finale. This is the stuff. This is the absolute business. 33.9 and first for Summer and for Arrow. Elation, deservedly so. 5 seconds ahead of the rest.
Wow, and the absolute business, I think, probably sums it up really well. Just not a lot to say, really. Just almost a faultless performance there from Summer. Really great. Well done.
And here we are getting presented for our big win. Honestly, this was, I feel, a pivotal moment in my agility career, and I will always be proud of this very moment. I could not believe it.
And now, your overall winner of the Young Kennel Club Agility Dog of the Year 2024, with Arrow, Summer Clark.
Thank you.
We then went back to the YKC ring and won YKC ABC agility as well. Honestly, an unreal day.
So we're on form today, and someone's going to do her best to pick up the win here. Look at that dog walk. We are what to be, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to commentator's curses though. Safely over the seesaw. Into the tunnel, this is looking very nice. Up over the A-frame, not long left. Let's cheer the home, really good round.
The next day we won YKC pairs with Millie and Jess. We really pulled through and did it for the little black and white spaniels. Here you can see Millie and Jess in action. And here is mine and arrows section of the course. Next, we qualified for the KC Stakes semi-final by winning one of the heats at a show, and if we did well in the semi-final, this would qualify us for Olympia, which held the final. We then went on to qualify for the KC Stakes final at Olympia by finishing in the top 10 in the semi-final. We also qualified for the medium ABC semi-final at Olympia, which would then take us to Crufts if we did well. Now this was a big one. Arrow and I won the 4-7 final at IconiX. I think this has to be my favourite run I've ever done with him. We just absolutely went for it, and honestly it was the best feeling in the world. He was absolutely flying, and it helps that I absolutely love the courses at IconiX. They are my true favourite. And here we are doing our lap of honour. We then did something that we've never done before, which is qualified to run last in the British Open final at KCI by finishing first after the agility and the jumping round. Here is our agility round. Here is our jumping round. And here is our run in the actual final in the evening, which didn't quite go to plan as Arrow had some sort of issue with those weaves, but hey ho, it was a really fun experience, especially to run last.
Platinum. Now the 4-year-old working Cocker Spaniel. Just overshooting the weaves a little bit and then coming out for a 5-fault penalty, unfortunately. Looks like they're on target this time. No, came out again. Having her own opinion about how many weaving poles there should have been in the course. But lovely running contact and across the middle of the ring. Let's see as Summer gets up to the top. So just the final straight to go. Seesaw and over the final jump.
We then qualified to run last in our first ever champ final, even though we had to do the agility round in the absolute pouring down rain first thing in the morning. And we did this by finishing first overall after the 2 rounds. So here is our agility round. Here is our jumping round. And here is our run in the final, which didn't quite go to plan because of a very naughty tunnel under the A-frame, as you can see here, but I'm super proud of him for getting through and finishing first after the 2 rounds.
Oh. Bless you. You jinxed that, Andrew.
Didn't do anything. For the video, I didn't do anything.
You did jinx, yeah.
We then went on to qualify for another champ final, which again didn't go to plan due to a naughty tunnel under the A-frame, and this was the point where I was like, right, this is our biggest weakness, let's go and sort it out.
If you got on time, you beat Nigel to 4 there.
Long jump.
Arrow, oh, did you get away with it? No? Oh, that's a shame. There we go. Oh, the shot. Good. Still looks to me like a child going to school for the first time. Growing into those
And then a third champ final, which this time it wasn't a naughty tunnel under the A-frame, but it was a weave entry off the dog walk that we simply haven't trained, or hadn't at the time. We have since trained this weave entry, obviously, but again, he was running so well and he was so close. It's just that one little thing. And that brings us on to Arrow earning enough points for his Diamond Agility Warrant, which is super special for me, especially because he's my first agility dog to achieve this level of warrant. And as you can see, this happened at an IconiX show. Here we are running one of Dylan Osborne's super fun courses. We also qualified for the YKC Agility Dog of the Year semi-final at Crufts 2025, so let's see if we can go and retain our title. Here we are winning the agility round at KCI. And here we are winning the jumping round at KCI. We also qualified for the YKC Jumping Cup semi-final at Crufts 2025. As well as qualifying for YKC pairs at Crufts 2025 with our partners Jamie and Dexter. Here is mine and Arrow section of the course. And here is Jamie and Dexter's section of the course. I also qualified for YKC pairs at Crufts in the large category. I was running Rory's Dude and Rory was running his other dog, Wiz. Here is mine and Dude's section of the course. And here is Rory and Wiz's section. I am also hoping that we have qualified for YKC ABC Agility at Crufts 2025. This is still awaiting confirmation, but we did have a lot of points, so I'm very hopeful. Here is one of Arrow's other wins in the YKC Jumping Cup. He collected several over the course of the year. And finally, I ended up with a stress fracture in my foot at the end of September. And to be honest, reflecting on the year, it's no surprise how that did stop me and Arrow from competing at Olympia, unfortunately. But fortunately, it's finally healed now and I'm ready to get back to running with Arrow in the new year, which is super exciting. I have never been so excited to get back to agility in my life. The one big positive from this terrible experience, however, was that it did force me to practice my distance handling with Arrow, and as you can see here, honestly, we're now amazing at it. So I'm really hoping these newfound skills will carry into 2025 and just really help us succeed when I am running again. I'm so excited to see what we can do in 2025. Let's get it.